For the beginning meditation, I like to use a meditation pillow. It's filled with buckwheat to keep it firm, and it's a bit high so that I can sit with my knees lower than my hips. This is important to help keep the spine straight and supported. You can also take a small little tuck back with the belly to let the shoulders relax. If you don't have a meditation pillow, you can use a big book to sit on. You can also use that as a prop later on. So instead of keeping the back round when you're sitting, it's best to try to lift up a little bit so that your shoulders can be directly above the hips and the spine supported. And then just close your eyes, let your forehead relax, shoulders relax, and bring your full attention to your breath. Just noticing how your breath is now in your normal resting state, how long the inhale is, and how long the exhale is, and the differences between them. Notice if either one feels easier or more forced than the other, or if you breathe more with the belly or more with the chest. Notice also if you breathe into the back rib cage anything that distracts you, such as sounds or thoughts, just let them fade to the background. And bring your full attention to your breath. Noticing the sound and sensation of the breath moving in through your nostrils and down and back out again. Take about 5 minutes now, observing your breath. Begin to take deeper breaths now. Long inhale and slow exhale. Long inhale, lengthening. Slow exhale. And close the eyes if they've opened. And bring your intention to mind, your resolve or sankalpa. This intention is a short sentence set in the present, affirmative and positive. It could be any small thing that reminds you of a goal you're working towards. Perhaps it's the first thing that comes to mind. It's suggested to continue to work with the same intention for a long time until you feel ready to move on to another. An example of intention is, I am healthy. I am relaxed. I am patient. So when you have this intention ready, take 3 deep breaths. On the inhale, repeating it to yourself. And on the exhale, letting go of everything else. Deep breath in. Long, slow breath out. Deep breath in. Long, slow breath out. Deep breath in with the countdown from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale from 8. Exhale from 8. Inhale from 8. Exhale from 8. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And you can continue on your own for as long as you need, pausing the video until your breath has balanced between inhale and exhale. And if you need to, you can come back to this countdown throughout the rest of the practice. In the case that your breath is shortened, or you find yourself holding your breath in, try to maintain a long, slow, deep breath. So now open your eyes slowly, come off your props, and sit comfortably either one foot in front of the other, the heels aligned, in what's called easy seat, or sitting on the heels. If either of these don't feel comfortable to you, you can continue to use the prop, either elevating the seat a little bit with the prop in between the feet or on top of the heels. And then interlock the fingers, press the palms forward, chin to the chest, round the back, pelvis tilts forward, expand the whole back side. Breathing deeply into the back. Expanding between the shoulder blades, between each vertebrae. You can stay here for a little while longer if you like, pausing the video, or reach the arms up to the ceiling on the next inhale, and exhale, squeeze the shoulders back and down. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Wherever you feel tight, if you need to stretch more between the shoulder blades, you can hold here for a few breaths. Or here, squeezing the shoulders up, stretching the armpits. Or take the exhale more slowly, squeezing the shoulders back, rolling the shoulders back. On the next inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up to center. Exhale to the left. Making sure to keep the spine long, chin lifted, not dropping and not rounding. Inhale, back up. Exhale, spine long. Inhale, twisting from the belly first, and let the rest of the body follow. And come back to center. Exhale the arms out to the side at shoulder height. Stretch long from fingertip to fingertip. And exhale, palm down to the ground. Reach the left arm overhead. Drop the shoulder, drop the head. Breathing into the side, the left rib cage. Keeping the head down. Inhale only the left arm up and over, stretching long from fingertip to ear. Exhale, let the neck relax. And take the right hand to the head. Push the head up to center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, only the shoulders down. Look up to the fingertips, reaching the heart up. Exhale, the arms to the side. Stretch long from fingertip to fingertip, and exhale over to the left side. Drop the head, shoulder. Stretch long on the right side. Pressing the right hip down, right fingertips way over to the other side. Keeping the head down now, inhale only the right arm up and over and stretch long from fingertip to ear. Let the jaw relax, neck relax. And bring the left hand to the head. Inhale, push the head up to center. Just bring some movement back to the neck muscles by moving the head side to side. And if you're on your knees, you can stay here. If your legs are crossed, you can roll forward And sit back onto the heels, interlock the fingers behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the heart, and fold forward, belly to the thighs, forehead to the ground. And then drop the hands down under the shoulders, push up, walking the hands forward, the knees directly underneath the hips, the wrists directly underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the tailbone, each vertebrae follows as you arch forward, heart between the arms. Exhale, tailbone down, round the spine, and look towards the navel. Tailbone first, each vertebrae follows as you arch forward, heart between the arms, shoulders back. Tailbone down, try to lift the middle of the spine way up to the ceiling. Come into a neutral position, tuck the toes under, sit back to the heels, lift the knees, and press back to downward dog. Shake the head out to loosen the neck. If you want, you can walk the feet in place to stretch the backs of the legs. Try to spread the toes as wide as you can, the heels directly behind them. The fingers as wide as you can, and the middle fingers forward, the palms pressed firmly into the mat. Hips as far back as you can, shoulder blades flat to the back. And the navel tucked slightly in. Often people who are more flexible will overarch the back because it feels nice to stretch the backs of the legs. But this can put a lot of pressure on the lower back. Tucking the navel in a little bit helps to flatten the lower back. Pulling the lower ribs in. And then bend the knees. Walk the feet forward between the hands. Keeping the knees deeply bent. Cross the forearms, drop the head, and dangle here. Taking deep breaths into the back. Shake the head out again to loosen the neck. Sway side to side. And then let the hands drop. Tailbone down. Knees deeply bent as you roll up to standing. Head last. Inhale, the arms reach up to the ceiling. Bring the palms together. Exhale. Through an open mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And the Ujjayi breath is when you close the mouth, continuing to make the sound in the back of the throat. And inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale through a flat back, come all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, bring the hands to the mat, step or hop back to plank. Long from the heels to the top of the head. Pull the navel back. And option 1, Vinyasa, would be to bring the knees down. Long from knees to the top of the head. Lower, controlled down. Inhale, small cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Tuck the toes, sit back to the heels. Downward dog. Option 2 would be to move through the push-up. So the heels are always back in plank. Moving to the push-up. Roll forward on the toes so that the heart comes directly above the fingertips. 90 degrees with the elbows tight to the side. Roll over the toes. Upward dog. Notice how the knees or the belly do not come to the ground the whole time. Lift the hips, roll over the toes. Downward dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Foot flexed, heel to the ceiling, toes to the ground. Exhale, the foot forward between the hands. Press the left hand into the mat. Take the right hand to the thigh, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist over the right side. And reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, the hand down. Make sure the left toes are spread wide, heel directly behind you. Take both hands to the thigh, lift up away. Pull the navel back, tailbone dropping. Again, people who are generally over flexible or more flexible in the lower back region might want to lean forward. It might give a nice stretch in the left thigh, but it helps. It puts pressure on the lower back. Try to tuck the navel back, tailbone down. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling, drop the shoulders. Exhale the arms down behind you, interlocking the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart, exhale, fold forward. And drop the hands down. Step back to plank. And move through option 1 or 2 Vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale the foot forward between the hands. Press the right hand flat, left hand to the thigh, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist over the left. Reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale the left hand down. Take the hands to the thighs. Lift up away, navel back, tailbone down. And reach the arms up to the ceiling. Interlock the fingers behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart and exhale. And exhale the hands down to the ground, step back to plank. And move through your vinyasa. Step or hop the feet forward between the hands. If you hop, try to hop lightly, bending the knees deeply, lifting towards the fingertips. Inhale, and at the bottom of the exhale, hop gently forward, folding down, Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale through flat back. Come all the way to standing. On the next one, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Fold, step or hop back to plank. Move through your Vinyasa. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale the foot forward between the hands. Inhale all the way up to warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. Make sure the right knee is directly above the ankle. The left foot should be either the toes pointed forward or just straight, not pointed back. The hips slightly towards the right foot. Look out over the back fingertips and then the front. Shoulders drop, tailbone down, navel back. Inhale, reach forward, turn the right palm up and reach it up to the ceiling. Inverted warrior, pressing down as you reach up. Inhale back to warrior two. Reach forward, bend the right elbow, palm open to the ceiling. Reach the left arm forward, shoulders back, heart open, side angle. If you'd like to take the more advanced option, you can reach the left arm up to the ceiling, turn the palm behind you, bend the elbow and bring the fingertips to the right thigh, looking up over the shoulders. Further, fingertips to the ground. One more further, take the right elbow underneath the right thigh and bind the hands behind the right hip. Staying wherever you need to feel comfortable, your breath not shortening, and where you can feel something working in your body. If you feel a stretch here or your thigh muscle working, then just stay here. No need to move on. And inhale. Back to warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Reach forward, letting the left hip come up. Inhale into triangle. And inhale all the way up. Bend the right knee. Palms to the ground, step back to plank and move through your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, foot forward between the hands. Inhale up to warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Navel back, tailbone down. Inhale, reach forward, turn the left palm up. And reach upwards towards the ceiling. Try not to let any weight come onto the back hand, pressing down with the front foot, reaching up high. On the next inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale into side angle. Turning the heart up towards the ceiling, shoulders back from the ears, neck long. Try not to drop the head or kip it upwards. If you'd like to take a different option, you can reach the right arm up to the ceiling, turn the palm back, and take the fingertips to the left thigh, looking up over the right shoulder. Continuing on, you're welcome to take the left hands to the ground, fingertips to the ground, making sure the left thigh stays parallel to the side of the mat and the knee in line with the ankle. One more step further, interlocking the hands behind the back, thigh remains parallel to the side of the mat. Taking whatever option feels good for you, or you can maintain a long, slow, deep breath. And inhale back to warrior two. Straighten the left leg, reach forward, right hip comes up, exhale, triangle, looking up to the right fingertips, down to the left toes. In triangle, the hips should be square with the shoulders. If you're bending and folding forward, that's not triangle. Triangle is one plane with the body, the whole body. Inhale all the way back up, bend the left knee, hands to the mat, and move through your vinyasa. You're welcome to take one more sun salutation on both sides if you like, before moving on to the next part of the video. Coming back to standing now. Bring the hands to the hips and walk the feet out. In balancing poses, pulling the navel back, tailbone down helps to keep the upper body supported. Start by taking the weight over to the right side and lift the left knee up to hip height, pushing the left hip down to keep the hips at even level. Take the left hand to the knee, open it to the side. Take it back to the front. Switch hands. Again, pushing the left hip down. Keep the spine long as you begin to twist the belly. Bend the heart. Reach the right arm back behind you. And look out towards the fingertips. Turn back to the front, hand to the hip, and foot down. Moving over to the other side. Knee at hip height, drop the hip. Hand to the knee, open the knee to the side. Bring the knee back to the front, switch hands. Lengthen, twisting from the belly first, and the heart. Arm reaches back, look towards the fingertips. Right hand to the hip, look back to the front, the left hand to the hip, foot down. Another option for those who have more flexibility in the legs especially is to take the legs straight, starting with the knee bent, Take hold of the big toe and straighten the leg, trying to keep the spine long. Open the leg to the side. Bring the leg back to center. Switch hands. Twist. And back. Other side. Dropping the hip to twist. And now for simple tree pose. Bringing the weight onto the right. One option is to bring the left foot to the shin, knee open. Another option, if your foot stays here, is to press it against the thigh. Choose whatever option feels easy and comfortable for you, that you're not struggling too much or losing connection with your breath. Whenever you're ready, take the hands to your heart and reach the arms up to the ceiling. And then move over to the other side. And now walk the feet wide on your mat, the big toes towards each other, the heels out, hands to the hips, elbows back, lift the heart, fold forward, dangle the head down, bring the hands down to the ground, and if they don't come comfortably, you can use your book again, bending the elbows backwards. If you can, move the hands back so that they're in line with the feet. And begin to press down, dropping the head, letting it dangle. Inhale forward, walk the fingertips forward underneath the shoulders, and then walk them over to the right leg. Turning the torso to face the leg, fold down, bending the knee if this is too difficult to take hold of either the shin or the foot, or if it feels easier for you to bend, then bend the knee. Lengthen up the spine again, cross the left hand to the outside of the shin or the foot, reach the right arm out and exhale, twist. Try to lengthen the spine as much as you can, reaching the heart upwards. And the other side. Walk the hands back to center. Flatten the hands, bend the knees. Heel toe, the feet in towards each other. Bring the hips down low between the heels. Elbows push the knees out. Thumbs push the collarbones upwards. An option for people whose heels don't come to the ground in this position is to take a rolled up mat or a blanket underneath the heels so that the hips can come further down. Come forward onto the knees. Slide forward onto your belly. Forehead to the mat. Walk the fingertips down so they're not higher than your shoulders. Point the toes behind you, all the tops of the toes on the mat. And inhale into an easy cobra. Easy cobra is when you take the hands up off the floor and you stay where you are. Neck long, shoulders back. Inhale up just a bit higher. Whenever you start to feel any crunching in the lower back, come down a little lower. Or try to flatten the pelvis a little bit more towards the ground, to lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. Some people find turning the heels towards each other also helps to take pressure off the lower back. Inhale up just a bit more and exhale, forehead down. Reach the arms forward, palms facing each other. Deep breath in, long, slow breath out. On the next inhale, take a deep breath into the belly and reach the fingers and toes up off the ground. Pulling long between fingers and toes. Pressing pelvis down. Pressing the tailbone towards the heels. Lifting up a bit higher. And exhale, bring the arms down. Turn one cheek to the ground and shake out the hips. Interlock the fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and reach the hands up. On the next inhale, take a deep breath into the belly to lift you up, pulling the hands towards the heels. On the next inhale, lift up a bit higher. And let go of the legs, the arms, turn the other cheek to the side and shake out the hips. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Lift the hips, sit back to the heels. Open the knees wide for a wide-legged child's pose. This helps to lengthen out the lower back again. Try to tuck the tailbone down as close to the heels as possible and forehead to the ground. From child's pose, begin to roll yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae to sitting, head heavy to the end. And come off your heels onto your buttocks. Keep the legs in front of you, feet flexed, spine long, the fingertips gently by your side. If you're rolling back, or you need the hands behind you to support your back, take that book again and sit on top of it underneath your buttocks to help lift you up and keep the spine long. You should be able to hold yourself up without the hands. Lift the heart up, keep the arms by the ears and fold forward, reaching, reaching, reaching until you can't reach anymore. Take hold of the shins or the feet, shoulders back, heart forward. Bending the knees if you need to, and then dropping the head So reach the heart forward, inhale all the way back up, and bring the hands down. I'm going to use the book for the next one myself. You're welcome to not, or use a different prop if you need to. We're going to cross the knees, one in front of the other. So start with the right knee behind, and the left knee in front, the feet a little away from each other. And sit the hips back onto your prop or onto the floor. The hips should be evenly placed on whatever prop or on the floor. If one hip comes up, then take the prop. The knees should move towards each other, one on top of the other. If it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Just try to get it as close as you can without there being pain in the legs. Inhale, the arms out to the side. Reach the left arm forward, right arm on top. Wrap the forearms, palms towards each other, or grab a thumb. And lift the elbows so that they come almost in front of the eyes. Drop the shoulders. You can also drop the head down, forehead to the forearms. Another way to get into the pose is to reach the other arm forward. Turn the palm. Another option, if the other way was hard for you to get into, is to reach the opposite arm forward first. Turn the palm to face you, and then wrap it, either holding the shoulder, forearm, pulling the right elbow towards you. And inhale, reach the arms out to the side. Exhale, the arms down. Reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Take the fingertips behind the back, elbow points up towards the ceiling. Reach the right arm down behind you and take hold of the fingertips behind the back. If the fingertips don't reach each other, you can use a rope or a strap to grab onto, to pull the fingers towards each other, trying to reach the elbows in opposite directions, the head centered directly above the spine. And exhale the arms down. Coming over to the other side. Arms out to the side. Right arm in front, left arm wraps around it, palms together. Reach the elbows up. Drop the shoulders. Forehead can come down. And reach the arms up to the side. Left arm top, fingertips behind you. Right arm out to the side and down. The other option, reach the arm in front of you, turn the palm to face you, and wrap the other arm, either to grab the shoulder or the forearm, pulling the elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Dropping the shoulder and reaching the elbow up. Inhale up. And reach and for the second arm variation, reach the arm up to the ceiling. And for the second exercise here on this side, reach the right arm up to the ceiling, drop the fingertips behind you, and then take the left arm behind you, fingertips together, using a strap or a rope, whatever you need to take hold of, to pull the fingertips towards each other. Neck long, head centered, elbows in opposite directions. And inhale, reach the arms out, drop the hands, shake the legs out in front of you, come off the block if you're on them, and then bend the knees, lift the heart. And now we come to some abdominal exercises. Bend the knees, flex the feet, heels to the ground, reach the arms forward. Lift the heart, shoulders flat to the back. Tilt back so that the fingertips are just above the knees. Inhale back to center. Exhale back. Lift the feet, flex them. Legs 90 degrees. Whenever you need a break, just hug the knees into the chest. Come back out. Lift the heart. Exhale, twist to the right, taking the right elbow back behind you, fingertips to the waist. Straighten the left leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. And 12 more on your own. Coming back to center, straighten both legs and bring the fists to the chest. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 12 on your own time. And when you're done, bring the knees open, soles of the feet together, roll onto the back for a break in the butterfly pose. Stretching out the abdominal muscles again. When you're ready to move on, bring the knees together. Walk the feet directly underneath the knees. Arms by your side. Pull the navel back so the spine is long. Lift the hips, vertebrae by vertebrae. Tucking the pelvis upwards towards the knees. Lifting them up higher. When you're ready, interlock the fingers together. Hands away from the buttocks. And roll onto one shoulder, then the other to lift the vertebrae off the ground. Toward the knees towards each other. And flat on the shoulder blades again, lift the heels, vertebrae by vertebrae, back down to the floor. Take hold of the knees and make circles in one direction. And switch direction. Bring the left foot to the ground, hug the right knee into the chest. And then flex the right foot, open the right knee, take the right ankle to the left knee. Right hand between both thighs. Lift up the left foot and take hold of either the thigh or underneath the knee and pull the left knee towards you as you open the right to the side. Whenever you're ready, switch sides. And bring the feet back to the ground. Bring the knees into the chest. And let both knees come over to the left side. Open the right arm out at shoulder height and look towards the fingertips. Try to keep the right side long, pressing the right hip down. Taking as long as you need before moving out to the other side. Taking as long as you need before coming back to center. Reaching the feet long. Adjusting the body so that you're comfortable. Taking a blanket if you need to be warm and still for Shavasana, the corpse pose, the relaxation pose. Corpse pose is the most important pose of an active yoga class. It's all the work that you've been doing on your body with the muscles, the bones, the breathing. It has a chance to settle into the body when you're lying flat on the ground. The neck long, in line with the spine. The shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades flat to the ground. Palms open. Tailbone as far down as you can get it. And the legs a little wide. Loosen the jaw. Take the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Close the eyes. And let the eyebrows and forehead relax.